For years, the carnivore diet has been labeled extreme, a fringe approach to nutrition dismissed by mainstream medicine as a dangerous fad, dangerous, unsustainable, even reckless. The consensus was clear: a diet consisting solely of meat and animal products was a recipe for disaster. Doctors warned it could raise inflammation, pointing to established beliefs about red meat, increase heart risk, with fears of skyrocketing cholesterol and blood pressure, and damage long-term health, potentially leading to nutrient deficiencies and chronic disease. These weren't just suggestions, they were stark warnings from trusted health authorities. But now, a brand new human study has just been released, and it's sending shockwaves through the medical community. And the results are forcing scientists and doctors to ask an uncomfortable question, one that challenges decades of dietary dogma. What if we were wrong about meat all along? This study did not rely on theories, food questionnaires, or observational data that can often be misleading. It looked at real people, real blood work, and real long-term outcomes. It measured concrete biomarkers, providing a level of clinical evidence that is difficult to ignore. Today I will explain exactly what this research found, what it means for your body, and what you need to know before believing the headlines. We'll break down the science, separate fact from fiction, and explore whether this controversial diet holds a key to better health that we've been overlooking for far too long. First, let us understand what the carnivore diet actually is. This approach involves eating primarily animal-based foods, meat, fish, eggs, animal fats, and eliminating most plant foods, including grains, sugar, and processed carbohydrates. The idea is simple: remove foods that may trigger inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and metabolic stress. Supporters claim it improves energy, weight, blood sugar, inflammation, and even mental clarity. But critics have long argued it could be dangerous. Until now, there was limited, long-term, human data. This new research stands out for one important reason: it studied real people already following the carnivore diet for months and even years. Researchers examined blood markers before and after inflammation levels, metabolic health indicators, body composition, and overall health outcomes. This is important because short-term studies often miss the full picture. The human body adapts over time. This study gives us a longer and clearer window into what actually happens. When we analyzed the data, one of the most striking findings involved a biomarker called hemoglobin A1C, or HbA1c. This result, in particular, offered a profound insight into the participants' metabolic transformation over the course of the study. For context, HbA1c measures your average blood sugar levels over the past 3 months. It works by tracking how much glucose has attached to your red blood cells. Think of it as a long-term metabolic report card, making it one of the most important markers for assessing your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Across the board, participants showed statistically significant improvements in their HbA1c levels. This downward trend is a powerful indicator of better, more stable blood sugar control. So, why does this matter so much? Because chronically high blood sugar is incredibly destructive. It silently damages critical systems throughout your body, including your blood vessels, nerves, the brain, and the heart. Therefore, improved HbA1c is strongly associated with a reduced risk of long-term diabetes complications. But the good news didn't stop there. Participants also showed significantly lower triglycerides. These are a type of fat found in your blood that your body uses for energy. While necessary, excessively high triglycerides are a major red flag and are linked to heart disease, metabolic syndrome, and insulin resistance. Achieving lower levels, as our participants did, suggests a fundamental improvement in overall metabolic health and efficiency. Taken together, these results directly challenge the conventional belief that eating red meat automatically worsens key markers of heart and metabolic risk. In this context, the opposite proved to be true. Another key marker studied was CRP. CRP measures inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is linked to heart disease, Alzheimer's disease, autoimmune disorders, and aging. Many participants experienced reduced CRP levels. This suggests lower systemic inflammation. This is important because inflammation is a silent driver of many modern diseases. Some participants also reported improvements in inflammatory conditions such as joint pain and fatigue. While this is not proof of cure, it is a signal worth studying further. Participants also reported improvements in energy levels. This may be related to stable blood sugar levels. When blood sugar spikes and crashes are reduced, the brain and body receive a more steady energy supply. Many participants also experienced improvements in body composition. This included reductions in body fat. Excess body fat is strongly linked to diabetes, heart disease, and metabolic dysfunction. Improving body composition is one of the most powerful predictors of long-term health. One major concern about high meat intake is uric acid. Elevated uric acid can increase risk of gout. However, the study did not show widespread worsening of uric acid levels in most participants. This challenges the assumption that carnivore diets automatically increase gout risk. The relationship between diet and uric acid is more complex than previously believed. As a doctor, it is my responsibility to interpret scientific literature with a critical and objective eye. While the findings we've discussed are certainly exciting, it's crucial to understand the context and the inherent limitations of any single study. This study provides valuable insights, but it is not perfect, and we must be careful not to overstate its conclusions. First, it is an observational study. This means it identifies correlations, like a ketogenic diet being associated with improved health markers, but it cannot definitively prove cause and effect. There could be other confounding factors at play. For instance, participants who choose to follow a ketogenic diet might also be more likely to exercise, avoid processed foods, or have other healthy habits that contribute to the positive results. This study does not include randomized control groups, which are the gold standard for establishing causality. Furthermore, we must always remember that individual responses to any diet can vary widely. What works exceptionally well for one person may not yield the same results for another. Factors like genetics, gut microbiome, lifestyle, and pre-existing conditions all play a significant role in how our bodies process food. This is why the field of medicine is moving towards personalized nutrition. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. So, while this study adds important and compelling data to the conversation, it absolutely does not close the debate. Instead, it serves as a powerful catalyst, highlighting promising areas and opening the door for more rigorous, controlled research in the future. This research challenges long-standing assumptions. For decades, dietary recommendations have focused on reducing animal foods, but modern metabolic disease continues to rise worldwide. This study suggests that for some individuals, reducing processed carbohydrates and stabilizing blood sugar may play a key role in improving health. It highlights the importance of looking at real human outcomes, not just theoretical models. Science evolves when we question and examine new evidence. The most important lesson is this: there is no single diet that works for everyone. Your metabolism, genetics, and health conditions all matter. What matters most is improving metabolic health, reducing inflammation, and supporting your body's balance. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe for more evidence-based health explanations. Your health decisions should be guided by knowledge, not fear, and science continues to evolve.